Welcome back. Episode 21 of Rumors from the Korner. Today is Monday, October 7th. Jimbo, my friend, how are you doing today?
You know what? I am doing great, Clay. Every time we get together and we do these podcasts and I see that beard coming in, like it just does my heart so good. I think we got one more week.
We got one more week. Thank God.
I can't wait to see it next week, man. This is unless we can maybe come up with a bet this week to keep this thing going.
I think we're okay.
Okay, if we do come out with another bet, it's going to have something to do without the beard.
I
think it looks great though. It's coming in good.
I got bums giving me change. That's how bad it's gone.
Oh, I love it. No, man, I'm doing good.
Good weekend?
Yeah. Great weekend. I mean, all things considered, unfortunately, the bungholes went down again. But my goodness, what
great game.
Saturday was awesome, full of great upsets. I mean, we were looking. I was fortunate. My daughter came in town. I got to see her for a little while. But, yeah, I mean, and we'll get into this. But goodness gracious, with the upsets this week, I mean, last week we thought the slate of games weren't, too terribly exciting, but man,
Saturday night was great. I mean,
wrong.
Game after game was packed.
It was awesome.
I went out to the
hit
UVL
the unbuckle.
game.
You went to the UVL game?
Yeah, went out there Saturday. It was fun. Good crowd.
The crowd was good?
I mean, there's like 50,000 people there.
Was there really 50,000 there?
Yeah.
I mean, did they sell? Okay, how many is it hold?
Probably like 65, something like that.
Okay, because I'm just saying, the pictures I saw, man, if there was 50,000 in that stadium, I mean, they might have sold 50,000. But to say there were 50,000 I think they might have.
I didn't count or anything.
They may have to start blanketing some of that stadium off just so it doesn't look so bad on television.
I mean, it was a noon game.
Oh,
good God! Give me.
Okay, where should we start? Where should we start?
One game, so you can't.
It was a noon game. It was too hot. It was 76 degrees.
It was 50,000 people there.
Keeneland was in session. The St. James Art Fair was going on. I mean, you guys are a top 25 team in the nation.
We were,
and you can't even sell it out.
No,
you had a 3-1 ball club coming in there. There's no reason.
Louisville will never sell out. I wish they would, but they won't sell out.
Why not?
There's too much going on in Louisville, I guess. Like I said, I'm at every game. I don't want to hear about it. I'm there tailgating 3 hours before.
I mean, I didn't know what it was.
All right, let's get into action.
I mean, it's a good thing it wasn't full because people didn't want to see that.
Let's get into it. All right, high school action. Ryle, St. X. Heck of a game. St. X won 31-24. Tough game. St. X got on them. Scored 24 points in the second quarter. Harbin had another good game. 18 rushes, 130 yards. They played good. Ryle's pretty good.
Yeah,
their offense is real good. Actually,
it was a good win for St. X. I mean, especially coming in after beating Trinity, you worry a little bit about a letdown. I mean, no letdown there. I mean, that's a heck of a win there.
Yeah. Trinity, they beat Cincinnati St. X 7-3. Fourth time in a row, the Rocks have beaten Cincinnati St. X. Zane Johnson, touchdown pass to Jeremiah Lynn for the only touchdown of the game. Give it to the Rocks D.
Yeah, they played good. I went out there and watched the game. It was kind of like I enjoy those kind of games because I'm a defensive guy anyhow, so it doesn't bother me the lack of not scoring. But I will say this though, man, as much as we've bragged on Trinity's QB past couple games, really not his best. They got Ballard coming up this week, and if he's not certainly sharp, I wouldn't maybe try somebody else.
I hear you. Defense held Cincinnati St. X to 112 yards total offense.
Yeah, you can't say enough good things about the defense. They played really well, and obviously you need to on a night when you're not firing on all cylinders. That's a sign of a good team. They bounced back after getting beat by St. X. So good job to St. X and Trinity, and then Mail goes down to Freddie Douglass.
Big win.
And Freddie Douglass, that was their homecoming night. I talked to one of Mail's coaches. He said They tried to give it away late in that game. They had that game won pretty comfortably, but give it to Mail for hanging on. So I mean, those, in my opinion, those are the three best teams.
Me too.
In the state.
Harris had another big game from Mail. 5 receptions, 137 yards, 3 touchdowns.
3 TDs.
He'll look good in red and black. He's going to help us next year.
Yeah, that is pretty awesome, though, to see.
Sure.
The hometown kids playing. I think it's great.
His dad was a badass linebacker for U of L. Nate Harris back in the day.
I remember that name.
Yeah, he could thump.
That's his dad, eh?
Yep.
Cool.
This week we got St. X at home versus Manual. We got Trinity at home versus Ballard. Males playing Southern. So really not a huge, the best games this week are St. X and Manual.
St. X, man, I think that'll be a good ball game.
It should be.
I really do. I think,
it's usually a close game.
Yeah, it always is. St. X is just going to have to bring it. But
Sure they will. All right, NCAA, let's go U of L, SMU. Louisville loses 34-27. Kind of the same stuff as last week. Just we had some unforced errors, just some stuff that it's kind of unfortunate to see. Just the little things. It's a bunch of little things that are really, really hurting us right now. Give SMU credit. They played a hell of a game. Shuck played great for U of L. He had 330 yards, 2 touchdowns. Isaac Brown, 10 rushes, 117 yards. Brooks had another great game. 3 catches, 121 yards, 2 touchdowns. Defense just didn't play the way that I think they should be playing.
Yeah. Well, I will tell you this. That was really the first time that I've gotten to see Louisville for the entirety. And like you said, it's just not a typical Jeff Brom crisp.
Totally agree.
Team right now. You know what I'm saying? I just think they kind of got to find themselves. I mean, I could tell there was athletes all over the field for you, though. But give it up to SMU, man. That quarterback was really good, and they did a good job. As far as that scheme was concerned, that
hurry up offense.
That and that kind of and especially that I remember the one long quarterback draw where there was like nobody to even be found. Like that shit shouldn't happen.
No.
Okay, it should happen, but he shouldn't run for 70 yards.
Sure.
20, 25 yards.
Kevin Jennings, quarterback SMU, he had a big game, 280 yards passing. He had over 110 yards rushing. U of L's O-line and D-line, they need to step it up. All I kept hearing about is how much depth they've had or have, and it's a couple guys went down, and they need to get better, or it's going to be a long season.
Well, I've got a little. I know how you are with your fun facts.
Okay.
So
I got
a little fun fact of my own here, Clay.
Great.
All right.
Let's hear it.
Fun fact: U of L in their last 6 games against Power 4 conference teams. What do you think their record is?
I'd say 1-5 or 0-6.
1-5. 1-5.
Yeah. It's unacceptable.
You might be asking yourself what Kentucky is. 3-3, but it's not 1-5. That's not good.
Unacceptable.
They got to pick that up.
They got to get better. But we'll see. They got Virginia this week, 3:30 at Virginia. Louisville is a 7.5 point favorite. 54.5 is the over/under. Virginia beat BC last week, 24-14. Their only loss is to Maryland this year. What do you think about that?
This is always, I don't care. Like, if U of L is in the top 10, and Virginia has the worst team in the nation, Virginia always plays U of L tough. Do they not?
They always do.
I mean, always. It just doesn't matter. Going on the road to Virginia, I don't really think Virginia's that good, but I think it's going to be a hostile environment. U of L's not necessarily clicking right now. I think U of L escapes the game. I think they win, but I don't think it's easy, But
for sure,
they need this. Go on the road,
Yep.
get yourself a good win, get to feeling good about yourself. I think U of L wins in a close one on the road.
I do too.
On the road.
UK plays at 7:45 at home, Kroger Field versus Vanderbilt. Let's
Buddy,
talk Vanderbilt.
This game got a little bit more attractive,
Yeah, it
didn't it?
did.
My
What
goodness.
a game last week.
It was awesome.
They were winning pretty much the whole game.
Yeah.
And you kept thinking like Alabama's going to come back and pull an old Alabama move.
And I know a lot of people were probably on their DraftKings just chasing, going,
Yep.
oh, okay, well, they're going to win. So
Yep.
I'm going to play Alabama here. I'm going to play, and then all of a sudden you're getting it comes to be a 4th and 4, and Vandy's got the ball, and they let that sucker fly. Oh my goodness, when he caught that touchdown, we went nuts. We thought, holy moly, they are in this to win it.
They play great. They play with confidence. Their offense, they were running plays. They had like 2 or 3 guys in the backfield, Vandy, pitching out. They were doing shit. I was like, whoa.
And when they had, at the end of the game, when they had to get 2 first downs to get to end the game, by God, they did it.
Yeah, they did.
They didn't mess around.
No.
I mean,
That quarterback's good.
let's think about this. Let's think about Vandy. Vandy had their first road game. They go to Missouri. Obviously, Missouri didn't look as good as they are now, but my goodness, they should have beat Missouri. They had to beat the whole game at Missouri. And then they get beat by almost 2 touchdowns to Georgia State. I mean, and on the road, why? That AD ought to be fired, dude. Why in the hell were they ever on the road at Georgia State?
Yeah, they're 0-2 on the road. They've beaten Virginia Tech. They've beaten Bama. And then you look and they lose to Georgia State. I don't know what to think.
The jury's out on this team, man. Obviously, they play good at home. We
Yes.
know that.
Yeah.
Struggle on the road, perhaps.
They're not going to be at home this week.
No. And here's the thing: if Stoops was not so bad coming off a bye week, this would definitely be an unbuckle. However, you go back in time. I didn't do the research for you all, but if you go back in time and look at Stoops coming off a bye week against the spread, it's theoretically not too good. And usually it's really bad in the first half. Like, they need to wake their asses up. But I'm hoping that doesn't happen. Obviously, for Vanderbilt, the biggest win in school history. First time in 60 attempts they beat a top 5 school.
Yeah, 0-60.
Okay, how about this? Fun fact.
Okay. You're full of them today.
Vandy, fine only $100,000 for their field goal, tearing it down. And I thought to myself, well, Arkansas got fined like $250,000. Reason being, first time offenders. I thought that was great. My good friend Rich Cleese brought that to my attention. I was like, oh my goodness, dude, that is hilarious. First time offenders. And now they said they carried that son of a bitch 3 miles, and they're chopping it up now. They're going to sell pieces of it for $1,000.
Wow, that's cool.
Now, would you buy that?
I mean, it's never going to happen again. It's a once-in-a-lifetime deal. I probably would buy it.
Yeah. I mean, I think so. I think especially if like I was a part of like
Sure.
down there on the field with the goalpost. You know what I'm saying? Like I'd put that in my office. One day.
That'd be badass.
It's a great conversation piece.
For sure.
Great conversation piece.
UK's defense is number 12 in the country in total yards. It's pretty damn good.
It's real good.
I know Vandy likes to run the ball, and UK's defense is number 12 in the country in rushing defense too. So,
I'll be honest with you. When this number came out, I thought I was going to sneak up on somebody. Like, it's probably going to be around 9 or 10. I was going to hammer. Oh no, it came out at 12.5. I think it's up to 14 now. But,
14 and 45 and a half.
But like I said, I'm looking at this game as bet Vandy in the first half, take Kentucky overall. If you're going to play the game, I wouldn't even play it though. I know you've got.
I've got a lean.
You got a lean.
I've got a lean in this game. Over under's 45 and a half. I would take the over.
let me just ask, why do you think over? Just because everything tells you under?
I think Vandy's going to have a pretty good game plan, to be honest with you, because they know they can't get away with some of the stuff they did last week. And UK's defense is just as good as Alabama's, if not better. But I think UK's going to score.
You do, yeah.
I think they're.
You think this sail's over? Would this be one of those ones where you might do like an alternate spread?
No.
Just maybe for something small, like if it's paying out like 5-1.
I mean, I think, was it 45.5? I think they're going to score 56 total
56,
points.
Yeah.
I think both teams are going to score. I think what's his name? Vander Turd. He's gonna Vander Turd. He's gonna have he's gonna get some yards this game.
Yeah, I look for Kentucky to win pretty convincingly. I think that number's spot on. Like I said, it's going to be tough for Vandy to come in here and win. After that, the biggest win in school history. But
sure,
crazier things have happened, and especially I've seen a bunch of it go down in Kroger Field. That's for sure.
All right, let's jump into some of these games this week. Noon, we got South Carolina at Alabama. Alabama, number 7 in the country now, 21-point favorite, 50.5. What do you think?
Everything tells you, Bama, there's no way they're going to lose 2 in a row. Blah, 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 blah. Obviously they're going to win at home. 21's a lot against a conference.
Ton.
I mean, I know South Carolina's not the greatest team, but they got a really good defensive front there.
Sure.
I'm taking the Gamecocks plus the 21 there.
I think Bama's going to win, 2 touchdowns, maybe by 17, but I would take South Carolina in the points.
Yeah.
It's a lot. 3:30, we got number 4, Penn State at USC. Penn State is 5.5 and 48. Penn State going to USC. It smells like the Rose Bowl.
I know. This is one of them crazy games that you never seen. But, when was the last time Penn State played at USC? Who knows? I don't think USC's that damn good.
No, I mean, USC went to Minnesota last week, and they got their ass kicked. I've talked about Minnesota being able to run the ball, and Minnesota beat up on them.
Row the boat.
Yeah.
Good Lord. I mean, yeah.
And Minnesota can do that. What's Penn State going to do?
I know.
That's their MO.
Why is that number not any higher? That's what scares me. You know what I'm saying? If that number was like 7.5 or 8, I would think, yeah, Penn State. But being 5.5, it's like, that tells me proceed with caution.
Yep.
Proceed with caution.
I like Penn State by 10.
I mean, I could definitely see it. I don't have an opinion either way, but yeah, I could definitely see it.
3:30, number 1 Texas, 14.5-point favorite over number 18 Oklahoma. This is at Oklahoma. Red River rivalry.
Red River rivalry.
SEC,
and, the SEC.
Red River
the
rivalry.
First SEC Red River rivalry. Say that 3 times really fast.
I can't.
Do it.
Red River. Told you I can't. I didn't want to try.
It was hard for me. It was hard for me to come out there.
14.5, 49. What do you think? I think the number's pretty much right on it.
It really is.
Yeah.
If I did anything here, I think I might go over. I think these games tend to get into a shootout. I really do. Texas maybe their first real true test, perhaps. We'll see. I mean, they've passed all the tests so far this year. Oklahoma's defense, not too bad. I know they've been hurt offensively with their wide receivers. I'm not sure where they're at on that. Yeah, I think 14 is probably a good number.
That under for the season, Texas wins. It's not looking good.
Yeah.
I mean, we got a shot.
You never know. I mean,
we got a shot.
You never know, though. You know what I'm saying?
If Vandy can beat Alabama, anything can happen.
They've only got to lose 2.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? They've only
they might lose this week. God, I hope. I hope.
You and me both, brother. You and me both.
7 o'clock, we got the Florida Gators at number 8, Tennessee. Tennessee's 15.5-point favorite and 54. Tennessee coming off, they didn't look too good.
No, that quarterback has not looked really good the past 2 games, man. I mean,
Arkansas played good though, and Arkansas they were it was like their Super Bowl kind of.
Well, yeah, and let me ask you this though: did you see the end of the game where the quarterback
Yeah.
He didn't even get a pass on?
No.
He ran it out of bounds?
What was that? It's the dumbest play I've ever seen.
Oh, my gosh. That is some Kentucky shit. You know what I'm saying? He just runs out of bounds.
Just give him a chance. Throw the ball up in the end zone. Hope for a flag or something.
You know what? Honestly, I would take
Florida looked all right.
Florida didn't look too bad.
They got that young quarterback, and the more snaps he gets, the better he's going to be. 15 and a half's a lot.
It is. I mean, I wouldn't touch it. You know, it's one of those Willy Whacker games. But,
Yeah.
I would say if I did anything, I'd take Florida.
I would too. Tennessee by 10 is what I think.
I could see that.
7:30, we got number 9, Ole Miss, a 3-point favorite going into Death Valley at LSU. LSU's ranked 13th in the country. LSU does not lose at home at night very often.
Not very often. This is gonna be one hell of a game.
I'm sure Alabama, if they played LSU, is probably the last time that LSU is not favored at home at night. But Ole Miss, I don't know. This is going to be a tough game. 64 is the over/under, so there's going to be a lot of points
it's going to be high scoring.
Shootout.
Sure. Yeah, I mean, Ole Miss, tip your hat, man. I mean, they bounced back game after the Cats went down there and whooped their ass. They come back, on the road to South Carolina and hold South Carolina to 3 points. That was pretty impressive for a team known for their offense.
You're
you
right.
know what I'm saying? Like you said, though, good Lord, when LSU gets rocking at night down there, they say I've never been there personally, but they say there's nothing like it. You know, I mean, you can feel the building shake. You know, it's just, I would have, to me, that's probably the best game on the slate as far as that one and the next one. But if I were to play it, I would have to take LSU, the Tigers.
I'd money line LSU.
Oh, money line?
Yeah.
You say you don't even need the points.
No lean.
No lean, just a money line.
The numbers tell me that LSU does not lose much at home at night.
You're right.
All right, last game, 7:30. We have a big Big Ten matchup. Number 2, Ohio State is going to Eugene, Oregon to play the number 3 Oregon Ducks. Ohio State's 3.5 and 53.
Buddy, I wish I had my belt on right now.
What happened to your belt? You threw it last week.
I know. Did
you ever find it?
I did finally find it.
Good.
I did. It was a rough week because I went a couple days. I couldn't find my damn belt. I did. I said, if I keep having too many of these unbuckles, it's going to cost me money. I have to replace all these belts every week. However,
all right,
here we are, baby.
Damn.
Like I say, I don't put them out. I don't just throw them out, but it just happened to be. We haven't lost one yet. Here we are. Oregon, welcome to the Big Ten, my friend. Ohio State, they are going to – I don't know how bad they're going to beat Oregon. I don't know if it'll be as bad as A&M put it on Missouri last week.
Oh.
But I think Ohio State by 2 touchdowns in this one. What do you think?
Yeah, I think Ohio State's offense will run all over Oregon. I like Ohio State to cover, maybe by a touchdown. We'll see. Oregon's got a good.
You think it'll be a little bit closer?
Sure, I do.
I think Ohio State gets on them and gets on them early.
All right, let's give a quick shout out to IU. I mean, IU, they bought out of their games against U of L because they didn't want to take an ass whipping, and now I'm like, thank God they paid us $1 million not to play them, and they're 6-0 for the first time in 50 years. They're ranked 18th in the country. They just beat Northwestern.
You know, old Dewey's he's walking on cloud nine.
He's walking like George Jefferson, walking around Indiana.
Oh, buddy. He's walking around saying hi to all his neighbors. Hey, there's UPS dude.
Think he wears the
IU, baby.
Think he wears the peppermint pants around?
Probably. Underneath his brown uniform.
Coach Sig is a badass. Hey, Coach Sig, you told us. Yeah. He told us. I win everywhere. I don't lose. We are going to win this year. And everybody laughed at him.
You better enjoy this guy because he ain't going to be there very long. I can guarantee you that.
You're right. So, yeah, we got what about that dude from Boise? I don't know how many yards he had last week. We talk about him. He don't even play full games. They take him out. He got out of halftime of one game, third quarter of another game. The guy is, if he averaged 10 yards the rest of the rest of the year, it'd be lower than what he has. He's got 1,031 yards on 95 carries, 16 touchdowns. If you look at him against all the other running backs who won the Heisman in the last 15, 20 years, I mean, he's way, way above all of them.
And I even asked you this morning, I said, well, who's he played? And you go, well, they played Oregon.
Oregon first game.
Yeah, I mean, the kid's legit.
He is.
And you know what? Like you said, he didn't play the second half of one game. I don't think he played the second half of another game. So theoretically, he's played one less game. What you got, bro, dog?
Saturday, he only played one half. 13 carries, 189 yards, 3 touchdowns. One half.
One
Dude,
half.
the first time he touched the ball, he was gone 65 yards. First time.
And on DraftKings, I think it was minus 40,000 on an anytime TD. So you had to wager 40,000 to win 100.
No, it's 4,000.
Was it 4,000 to win 100?
Yeah.
It's something crazy, dude. Crazy.
All right, let's go over these locks for the week. I went 2-1 in college last week. If I didn't know Troy's quarterback wasn't playing, or else I probably wouldn't have bet that game and went undefeated. The other games, they were easy. Told you, if you like money, listen in.
Yeah, I mean, we've been hot.
I don't know,
bro.
I don't know what else to do.
Sizzling, dude. It's unreal.
If I go undefeated this week, I might start getting 1-800 number. Seriously.
Bring it back.
I'm not going to give them out free to anybody else.
Hey, all you got to do is watch and subscribe, man. And we just do it for the people because we're all about the people.
That's right.
Who you got? Who are your leans
All
this
right,
week?
my first one was over UK. Bet that now. I got it at 45.5. I think it's 46 now.
Yeah, it's floating
But
up.
Get it now. Today, Monday, because it'll probably be changing by the time kickoff is.
You know it's going to be changing as soon as this comes out.
You're right.
Only the loyals.
Who you got? You got one?
So I went 3-1 last week in the colleges. The only one I lost was U of L, unfortunately. But so this week, my unbuckle, Ohio State minus the 3.5 at Oregon. I got a lean for you, a Friday night lean. Normally we don't have no leans on a Friday night. A Friday night lean. I look for Mizzou to bounce back. They're getting ready to play a really bad UMass team. They can score a lot of points. As long as Missouri's defense shows up a tiny bit, they'll cover that number very easy. And the only other, Colorado, Kansas State, is going to be an intriguing game. I don't really have an opinion on the game itself. However, I do have a lean going over the total in that game. I don't know exactly what the total is, but over in the Colorado-Kansas State game.
Man, you called that A&M game last week, Missouri. I mean, you called it. You said there was going to be an ass beat.
Yeah,
and it was.
It was. Just
bad.
Sometimes you have those feelings. Like I said, I'm not just going to use the unbuckle term lightly.
Sure.
By God, when I have an unbuckle, bet your lungs on it.
Let's see. I also like another lean. I like the over 48.5. I got it 48.5. Oregon State, Nevada. It is now up to 49. So you might want to bet that. I don't think I've lost an over under.
You've been hot on these West Coast, you're like the West Coast guru.
Once
you do, just sit up all night watching these damn West Coast games.
I'll tell you what, and this is weird to say, I've been a lot of CUSA because my next lean, I like New Mexico State plus 21 versus Jacksonville State.
Oh, that's like a Friday night game too, isn't it?
I think it is.
Oh, wow.
I think it is.
That could be like a little Friday night.
I got it at 21. It's 20 now. So
okay. So yeah, I mean, you hit on New Mexico State earlier this year.
I bet on them, and then they
well, it could. It depends on when you got the line.
Yes.
Yeah.
So yeah, hey, we're giving you the recipes for you to make the meal.
Bro, dog, you got anything for us this week? You were too tired to give your picks out last week. So what you got for us this week?
I got 4 picks.
Let's hear them, buddy.
Ohio State minus 3.5 at Oregon. Ole Miss minus 2.5 against LSU. I think Ole Miss, they're better than LSU.
They are. I agree. They are better. I just worry about that atmosphere.
Yeah. Hawaii plus 21 versus Boise State.
Oh, yeah. What do you know about Hawaii?
It's at Hawaii at 11 o'clock.
You like that?
Weird time, yeah.
A lot of times those guys going to Hawaii take it as a vacation.
Yeah.
And don't take it too serious. You know, that was always like the old wise guys, you know, watching boys going over there to Hawaii.
And then my last one, Cal plus 3 at Pitt.
Cal plus 3 at Pitt.
Yeah, Pitt hadn't played anybody.
Cal looked good too against
God,
Miami.
they choked so bad against
Oh, yeah.
Miami.
Big choke.
Goodness.
I went to bed at halftime.
Let's talk about that for a second. How about that game day special? Wasn't that cool?
It
I mean,
was.
the signs were great. Their little cheer is amazing. They had what's my guy?
Marshawn.
Yeah, Marshawn up there, dude. He's just cool as a fan. I mean, like, I totally love the vibe of that, man.
ACC football, dude.
You know, and it was 6 o'clock in the morning out there too,
Yeah.
bro.
They showed up. They started showing up 3 a.m.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, like you said, that ACC football, buddy. Whew.
All right, we're gonna quick little World Series talk.
Yes.
We don't
yes.
talk baseball very much.
No, we do not. And you know what?
There's 8 teams left. Who's playing who in the World Series? Number 1.
Well,
who do you think?
I think it will be the Yankees
Okay.
and San Diego Padres.
Wow.
That is my pick there. I did, however, get a hold of some of our baseball gurus
Oh yeah.
and got their opinion. I reached out to our man Richard Cleaves, the secretary, as some of y'all know him.
Richie Baseball.
Yes, Richie Baseball. He was very busy today. He's in a seminar in Denver.
He's
right?
a busy guy.
But he did have enough time to give me his predictions, as he predicts
He's a Yankees fan, but
the
go ahead.
Yankees versus the Guardians, the Phillies versus the Padres, Yankees versus Padres, World Series champions Yankees. That's what I think also. I think the Yankees are going to get it done this year. But Dewey, on the other hand, who is not only does Dewey do horse racing, but Dewey does baseball too. He's pretty good at baseball, okay? And Dewey's an Orioles fan, so he doesn't really have anything on here. He says Jimbo Mets over the Phillies in 4, Yanks over KC in 4, Dodgers over the Padres in 5, Guardians over the Tigers in 4, Mets over the Dodgers, Yankees over the Guardians, Yanks win the Subway Series in 2024.
Wow.
That'd be pretty cool for the when did that happen?
Did that. I remember Piazza and Clemens went.
Yes.
Remember that?
Yeah, and that's cool, man. That is really
Didn't
cool.
Clemens, he took the bat and threw it at Piazza?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I was in college.
Yeah,
when
dude.
that shit happened.
It's awesome. The Subway Series is awesome. Those two fan bases hate each other. You know, to me, it's kind of like the Yankees are like, oh, the preppy. You know, they got the and then
They're like UK basketball. They think their shit doesn't stink.
oh my.
All right, let me tell you real quick who I like.
Where did that comparison
I like.
come from? That's just a hate. That is just pure hate. Is all that is.
I got Philly versus Cleveland, and and I like Cleveland to win. Cleveland, baby.
You know what? The Philly fan base really reminds me of the Louisville Cardinals. You know, come on. Look at the guy with the sombrero. That was just so much hate, Clay. You have so much hate.
No, it's true.
Like, oh
They're all kind of in together. If you want to talk about hate, okay. Talk to me about the Reds manager, Terry Francona. What do you think?
Oh man, I am so excited. So excited. Like
is he going to pitch or actually hit, or what's he going to do?
Dude, I had no idea.
Change it up for the Reds.
Here's what I can say. That because he's ill, or he was ill.
He's a winner.
I never thought he was going to coach again.
He is a winner.
In my opinion, that dude is not coming off the couch unless the front office has told him, look, Terry, we're going to spend some money. Because why else would he?
It'd be the first time that they've spent
You know what I'm saying? So,
time.
in my opinion, we've got a good young nucleus of players. He knows that, and we might spend a little money. So, dude, I'm excited. He's going to bring just a new culture. I mean, Reds fans needed this. You know, it was kind of like UK basketball in the sense we needed a new coach. And, 6 years of losing in Cincinnati with David Bell has not been fun. And he has not made very good decisions on the managerial side of it. So I'm ecstatic.
Yeah, I would be too. I don't think you all had a playoff win in about 30 years. So, yeah.
Been since then.
It was like 94.
No.
It's been over 10,000 days.
I
I'm going to find it next week.
Dude, it wasn't that long ago. We almost swept the San Francisco Giants. We had them down 3-0, and they came back and reverse swept us.
That was like 30 years ago.
I feel like it was like within the last 6 years.
No, you all might have made the playoffs. You didn't win a game, though. Well, sorry. And that was like that was to get in the playoffs.
Put it this way. It's been too long if I can't remember, so yes, you are right.
You know what? Having Matt McClain, not having him last year for the Reds. I'm a big Matty McClain fan. I hate the Reds.
I know.
But he's a ball player. Not having him last year really
You're
hurt.
right. That sucked.
All right, let's move on. Enough baseball. Even though it's fun. All right, let's talk
There's
NFL.
nothing like baseball, though, in October, honestly.
I agree.
I
agree.
Except I'm just one of those fans, once my team's out of it, then I just don't even pay attention.
Me too. Me too. All right. Yesterday we had, one of the best games of the year. Baltimore and Cincy. Baltimore wins 41-38 in overtime. Both quarterbacks just went off. Lamar, 350 yards passing, 4 touchdowns. Joe Burrow, 392, 5 touchdowns. What a game. I mean, I don't know. Once Lamar fumbled in the overtime and Joe got the ball back, I was like, this game's over. Took a shower. I came out. I'm like, the Ravens won? Like, what kind of – talk to me. You're the Bengals guy.
And I'm almost at a loss for words. You talk about giving away a game. We were moving the ball just fine offensively. Obviously, our defense is in trouble. However, toward the end of the game, we're just setting up for a 52-yarder like it's no big deal.
Yeah.
With time on the clock. Like, why aren't we working this ball down the field, running clock? I don't know what Taylor's done lost his mind. I mean, when it came to that right there, I was just at a loss for words. I knew it. I mean, I knew when Tony Bones come in the beach yesterday. He looked up at the TV and goes, Bengals got this one. I went, son of a gun.
Mush mouth.
My good. And he's the luckiest guy I know. And he's normally not a mush, but just, you know how it is. You just don't say nothing right then at that time.
Yeah.
But, yeah, I mean, that was, once again, just another game the Bengals blow. I mean, we've only won 1 game. We've lost 4. I said last week, panic button. This week, life support, bro. Like, we are on life support. We cannot stand too many more of these.
Chase had 10 catches, 193 yards, 2 touchdowns. He played his ass off.
Chase and Higgins combined. 19, this is combined, duo. 19 catches, 276 receiving yards, 4 touchdowns.
Wow.
And lose. Pay those guys. Pay them.
Lamar's 9-1 as a starter versus the Bengals now. He's 5-1 against
Owns
Joe Burrow. Burrow. What more can he do? His last 2 losses at home, he's got 715 yards. He's throwing at a 76% clip, completion rating, 8 touchdowns, 1 interception. He can't play free safety too. I saw one of your all's DBs got hurt. He's probably out.
Tore his ACL. Yeah.
Bengals. They got the Giants this week. If they lose to the Giants, it's over. I mean, they need to fire their coach.
Oh, whoa. He just took us to a Super Bowl 2 years ago.
That was 2 years ago.
Oh, my goodness. Okay.
If you lose to the Giants.
Giants are terrible. I agree 100%. Fire Zach Taylor if we lose to the Giants.
You all might end up, everybody's heads down. You're going to end up 5-13.
What would it be, 1-5?
Yes.
And you want to keep the coach after we lose to the Giants?
Hey,
He's won
With
in
one
11.
win against the Panthers? We're
Taylor's
terrible.
1 in 11 in September. I think in his
so that just
3 years.
That means he must be really good in October.
Well, it's not going to matter.
Hey, well, I will tell you this. I agree with everything both of y'all just said. I don't think the dude deserves to be fired. However, I do have the Bengals minus 3.5 as a lean to beat the Giants this week.
Yeah, that's shit. They better win. I mean, if they lose this week, something's got to. And Joe afterwards said in the press conference, he's like, we're not done yet, but we got to get better, and people need to step up. That defense needs to step up.
Yes,
Big time.
Yes.
All right, Vikings are 5-0. They beat the Jets 23-17. I mean, they're undefeated. What do you say? They're good. Even though it was in London.
Sam Darnold? I mean, he's in the conversation for MVP. I mean, who would have ever thought that?
Not me.
Hey, tip your hat to that coach. He's good.
Yeah, he is. Washington beat the dog shit out of the Browns. Browns are terrible.
Browns are terrible.
I guess Washington's kind of for real. I mean, they didn't just beat them; they stomped them. What's Watson's name? You call him?
Massage Watson.
Yeah, he
is terrible.
He
man.
is terrible.
I know they paid him all that money, but at this point, I don't care how much you paid the guy. You can't play him.
No, put in Jameis Winston.
Yeah, give him a chance, dude. What's it matter? Would you rather have more pride in losing, knowing you paid the guy $250 million, or having him on the bench, sucking it up, and having him on the bench and win a few games?
No one likes Deshaun Watson. Like, every Browns fan hates him. Everybody hates Deshaun Watson.
Yeah.
Even Clemson
Right
people, I don't
women.
think, like him. All right, this week we got 49ers lost too. That was kind of that was an upset. Arizona's pretty good. They're all right.
I thought
They're all right.
I thought they were, and then the week before last, they get run over by.
This NFL is so crazy. It's like so week to week.
I tell you, you got to have the script.
You're right.
I thought I had the script.
doing good.
I was a little off script last week. Not too bad, but man, it is crazy.
All right, yeah. Cincy's 3.5, 48.5 over the Giants this week.
I just think the Giants coming off a big win against Arizona. Cincy's back's against the wall. Let's go, boys. You know what I'm saying?
I would have to take Cincy in that one for sure.
Leaning Cincy.
We got Detroit minus 3.5 at Dallas.
It's gonna be a fun game.
Be a fun game, yeah, for sure. We'll see if that's a tough one. Is Detroit
Dallas with a nice win last night, on the road.
It's ugly.
On the road at Pittsburgh. I like Detroit plus the points. I think Dallas might win that ball game, but I like Detroit plus the points.
I think last year Detroit got screwed when they played Dallas. Something happened at the end.
They did.
So,
yeah, they did. They actually won the football game when you look back on it, and it was a bad call, terrible call.
we got the Commanders of Washington at Baltimore. So something's got to.
Man, that'll be a fun ball game.
Yeah, it will be.
I'll be honest with you, like that number, Baltimore being 6.5 favorite.
That's a lot.
I'm jumping on that right now.
Are you?
Yeah, I'm leaning Baltimore there. I think they're playing really good ball. I mean, I'm not taking anything away from the Commanders, but at some point, man, something's got to give. I mean, they've just been playing over their head, in my opinion. I think Baltimore handles them pretty easily by 10 or so.
I think before yesterday, I think they'd only punted like 5 times the whole year.
Washington?
Yeah, which is unbelievable.
Unbelievable, yes.
All right, you got any NFL picks for us?
So I've got 3 leans this week. I've already told you 2 of them. Cincinnati, the Bengals, minus the 3.5. Baltimore, minus the 6.5. And Philadelphia playing the terrible Brownies. Philadelphia can't score. Now, think about this, folks. Their offense is struggling to high heaven, and they are laying 9 points.
It's a lot of points in the NFL.
I mean, to me, they're saying the Browns won't even score 10. So I'm taking Philadelphia there. And last week in the NFL, I went 1-2. That was my first losing week in the NFL. Should have been 2-1. The Bengals debacle screwed me at the end. What about you? Any leans in NFL this week?
Not really. I didn't get to watch a lot. yesterday. I can't get a.
And see, that's
I
another
just I just can't get a good grip on it.
Well, see, and that's why you gotta love us here, because you're not just gonna sit up here and blow smoke up somebody's ass.
No.
If you don't like anything, well, I don't like anything.
No.
We ain't selling nothing here.
Nothing.
You know what I'm saying?
Nothing stands out.
Yeah.
All right. Anything else you got for us?
I am looking forward to watching WKU on Thursday night. Have you seen these helmets they're coming out with?
Yes.
Oh, buddy.
Two eyeballs.
Yes. Yeah. Big Red's eyeballs on the side of the helmets. It's going to be really cool looking. That game right there could get out of control.
They got this week?
UTEP. And UTEP, I don't think's won a ball game. Wester's a big favorite Thursday night.
Cool.
Yeah. So
Everybody, thanks for tuning in. It's always fun. Good times. Listen to us if you want to make money. Fire your investment guy. Listen to us. All right. You all have a great week. We'll see you next week.
See you later.
Thank you.